Hello, this is Stephen Bridges, and this is your sneak preview for the September 14th edition of the Goldthwait Eagle. On top of page 1 this week is Cindy Hayes Food Drive, which will be held here Friday. This is the 12th annual Cindy Hayes Memorial Food Drive put on by Central Texas Telephone Cooperative, and everyone is invited to participate and bring their food to the Swartz parking lot between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. in Goldthwait here. Also in the news this week is the Goldthwait Eagles versus Grape Creek. They're coming off a great win against Callisburg last Saturday in Alvarado, and we're traveling all the way to Grape Creek this week. So the Eagles will face a short week, having only 6 days to prepare, and a long road trip to Grape Creek. So you can read all about it by Mike Lee. Has the recap of the Callisburg game and also a look forward at Grape Creek. So if you want to know what's going to transpire on Friday night in Grape Creek, give it a quick read. Two very special articles that we have this week in the newspaper that begin both on page 1 is a young soldier named Jesse Dietrich, who passed away, was killed in Afghanistan, returns home to the Diamond J Youth Ranch in Gustine. It has ties in Mills County. That article is in the newspaper. And also, on a much happier note, Captain Martinez, Juan Martinez, returns home safe and sound to his family here in Goldthwait. So we have both of those articles, and also a wonderful Tammy's take on page 6A about the cost of war. And so please read those. Those are wonderful. We don't get to do those every day, and they're very touching, bittersweet articles this week. On page 2A, when the old bird was younger, there's the article about when the Richardson Dairy Queen land was purchased next to Landrum, and 35 years ago the Dairy Queen came into existence. And also a very entertaining article from 50 years ago about the state of the football field and the lack of stands and et cetera, that the 1961 Goldthwait Eagles had to deal with. We're a lot better off now than we used to be. Go Eagles. There's also a polar bear attack, thanks to Alan C. Ward sent us some photos of a polar bear attacking a man. You'll just have to see that on page 2A. We love those bear attack stories as long as they have happy endings. Send them to me anytime at goldnews@syntex.net. Send me photos, a little write-up. We love it. We're having fun with the bear attack stuff. On page 3A, State Capitol Highlights, which is our coverage of the state political news that we have. It's about the Texas remembering 9/11, and with our own fires that we're having in Texas right now, along with the drought, and also the smoke damage that's we've been having coming out of the Bastrop fires and other fires in the area. So be aware of that. That's on page 3A. There'll also be a free Parenting Wisely class coming to Goldthwait Elementary School. It'll be in room 15 at 12 p.m. each Wednesday for parents, teachers, and grandparents who would like to sign up. It's a wonderful program that will help everyone hopefully parent more wisely and raise our kids better, which is a big emphasis here in Mills County. Like I said, on page 4A is Mike Lee's recap of the last week's game and also the finish-up article on Grape Creek. Also of note is Goldthwait ISD will have the pep rally. Since we're going so far to Grape Creek on Friday night and afternoon, the pep rally will be at 1:40 p.m. at Eagle Gym, and school dismissal will be at 2 p.m. on Friday. So please be aware of that. This week on page 5A, we're sad to announce that we lost several Mills County citizens: Norma Butterfrass, Emma Arlene Locke, Helen Reed Frizzell, and Christopher Perez. So our thoughts and prayers go out to those families on these losses. We'll sure miss them. Also, this week of note is the Goldthwait Community Health Fair, which will be this Thursday, September 15th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the First United Methodist Church Family Life Center. Also in this week's newspaper is the Cowboy Golf Scramble that they had at the Uno Peso Ranch last Saturday. Wonderful photos sent in by Julie and Kent Battenfield of the guys pasture golfing, real pasture golf. So pretty neat story there. Also in the paper this week is the fun clay shoot that they had. Mills County General Store and Crazy Quail Clay Range had this weekend. There was nearly 20 people that signed up to shoot in the clay shooting event, and yours truly, Stephen Bridges, actually won it. So there must not have been too many great shooters out there if I happened to best them, but even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. On page 10 and 11A are the photos from the Callisburg football game. Not only do we have nearly 100 photos from the Callisburg football game on our website at goldthwaiteeagle.com, I also have the Mullen versus Throckmorton photos on the website also, and the JV Eagles versus Moody photos up on the internet. So you can browse those. You can watch slideshows of all the games set to music with the photos that will roll automatically. You can purchase them right there online. The professional award-winning photos by yours truly, and you can browse them at your will, and you can also purchase them. The Mills County Predator Association Rodeo is not this weekend, but next weekend. It'll be Saturday, September 24th at the TA Head Arena. So please be aware of that. Sign up and support our Mills County Predator Association. In other news this week, Tammy Pledger covered the Commissioner's Court, where they passed budget amendments. They lowered jurors' pay and several other acts that are in there. So you want to keep up with all that and all the actions that the commissioners took. That's on page 2B this week. Sid Miller is seeking office again. State Representative Sid Miller of District 29 is going to announce that he's running again for office. So be aware of that. And also the Pretty Baptist Church on Sunday, September 18th, is going to have their homecoming. They're going to have coffee and donuts at 10 a.m., followed by a worship service. So please be aware of that and go show your support to Pretty Baptist. Several kids were born this week, or announced this week. And on page 3B, 2 boys were born to Mills County, so we want to be aware of that. And in band notes this week by Susan Reynolds, that's on page 4B. And the big dedication ceremony that the Mullen Methodist Church had of their fellowship hall Sunday is also in the paper. There's also the Yodeling Grandma made the paper this week that was held. Her concert was held at the Assembly of God last weekend, and a neat little story there. And the JV Eagles go to 3-0 with wins over San Saba and Moody. Those stories by Coach Mickey Bartley are in the paper this week on 5B. And then the Mullen Bulldogs, I was able to go take photos of Mullen because the Goldthwait Eagles played on Saturday, so I was able to go Friday and take photos of the Mullen Bulldogs as they took on #1 state-ranked Throckmorton. And the Bulldogs fought valiantly, played hard, but they were just outgunned because Throckmorton definitely played up to their #1 ranking against the Bulldogs. But we had a lot of good photos, and it was fun. And a lot of times, sometimes I think six-man football is real football, the real deal. So I enjoy it. I enjoy six-man football a lot. We also have the Sheriff's Report on 6B, and we also have Pam Craig. Local Pam Craig is a registered nurse here, was named CEO at Seton Medical Center. So that's big news from a local woman that has been promoted. And the Mills County Ministerial Association is going to have a fellowship at the Baptist Church on Sunday, September 18th at 7 p.m. And this is a multi-denominational church service where the whole county and the whole community can get together and worship together, and everyone is invited, of course, free of charge. We also have library happenings by librarian Deb Flowers. We're going to hopefully be having one of those every week to keep us up with the library. And like, for example, this week is the recent book sale they had, and they're telling thanks to everybody. Also in the news this week is the Legacy Plaza benefit, which will be the Prairie Experience #2, which we're going to be having October 1st. Not only is there an advertisement, there's also a story about it on 7B in this week's Goldthwait Eagle. It's a wonderful project, the Legacy Plaza project. They're raising money to build that big project, and hopefully it will bring people from far and wide to come see about Central Texas Native Americans and the plants they used and the things they did here in Mills County. There's, as of always, there is Bridging the Gap. Now, Georgie left today to go see Bethany in San Francisco, Bethany and her husband and kids over there, so which we did this summer, which was a lot of fun. So it's a little bit shorter bridging the gap this week, but no less entertaining, I can guarantee you that. So that's about it for the headlines for this week's Goldthwait Eagle. It is 24 pages full of local people and places and activities that are going on in Mills County. And just like I've always said in the past, if you're bored in Mills County, you're just not trying very hard, because it keeps us on our toes around here. If there's anything that you'd like us to cover here at the Goldthwait Eagle, any events or activities or club activities, anything that's going on that we're not covering that you'd like us to cover, just give me a call, 325-648-2244 here at the Goldthwait Eagle, or email me at goldnews@syntex.net, and we'd be happy to cover it, show up, take some photos, write a story about it. And this is our community, and this is your Goldthwait Eagle. So call us anytime or email us, and we'll try to cover the events that are important to you, because if it's important to you, it's important to us. This has been Stephen Bridges signing off for your sneak preview. Thank you.